Hey guys, this is Alessio Summerfield, the host of Metal Gear Mondays, and you are listening to a backlog episode of Metal Gear Monday. So if you guys hear any mention of Geek Time, the Geek Time network is since defunct, and now Metal Gear Mondays is a part of the original lineup of podcast shows from Forever and Astronaut. If you guys want to take advantage of our Patreon to get really cool exclusive content and speak with other fans, as well as talk directly to the hosts and the guests, you can go to patreon.com/foreveranastronaut. $5 a month on Patreon will get you access to all of our original shows, including Dev Diary Season 1 and future shows. So if you want to support the studio and support content like what you're listening to, please be sure to go to patreon.com/foreveranastronaut or foreveranastronaut.com to check out the rest of our lineup of shows, as well as short films, blog posts, and other goodies. If you want to write into the show, the new write-in information is contact@foreveranastronaut.com, or you can utilize the facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the episode. Welcome to another episode of Metal Gear Mondays, the podcast where we go through every single goddamn Metal Gear title in release order in book club form. And I am your host, Alessio Summerfield, and this week I am joined by Isaac Lim.
Hi.
And hello. Sam Wright.
Hey there.
Insert coughing fit here.
I had to mix it up because I realized that every single time I've been saying Sam's name first. So
I was like, I had my joke ready to go, and then you fucked me.
Well,
You straight up fucked me.
I was the opposite. I was waiting for my name second, so I was like, I'll have a little bit of time to think of what I'm gonna say.
You made Isaac have to think on his feet, and you made me think on my feet too much.
Oh yeah.
So you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Just like Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm in it for the long con.
And also Metal Gear Solid 2 needs to calm down as well. Because a lot of stuff is happening this episode.
Yeah, so this is going to be a crazy episode. Really quick, just top of the morning admin notes. I am recording from Forever and Astronaut USA. For those of you who do not know, outside of Geek Time, I am trying to make a living being my own development officer and producer-director for a production company. And we had some big changes, one of which includes we got a brand new office space in Central West End in St. Louis this past week, and it's been pretty fucking awesome. One of the perks is that we have an entire row of sound booths now available. So I am recording in a professional sound booth, I guess.
With the lights off.
Yeah, with the lights off, because in the sound booth they decided to install fluorescent lighting that has a hum to it. So I am sitting in the dark podcasting in a sound booth. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear a difference. If you can't, let us know so that I can bitch to the people who own the building. No, I'm just kidding. They're great. We're in the Tech Artista co-working space, and everybody here is super, super cool, very creative. I feel like I'm in the Facebook or Google office, but with less douchebagginess.
That's casting some aspersions that you don't know.
That's true. Maybe they are all super cool people at the Google office. Who knows? But anyway, long story short, that's why I might sound different. And on top of that, Sam and I rolled out the Metal Gear Mondays Facebook page.
Ow.
Pretty excited.
Facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays. You can like it and talk to us and talk to other people who like the show and like Metal Gear, and it's just a good time.
Yep. we're rolling it out as part of our effort to get more audience response and to give you guys a more convenient place to give us feedback or tell us stories about Metal Gear Solid. We will start checking that before and after every episode. The big thing is we've been getting a lot of feedback on the show, really good stuff, really good responses. However, we still haven't gotten stories about the games themselves, guys. We want to read your responses to the game.
Also, we haven't got any songs.
That's true.
Yeah, Isaac's song request.
Yeah.
Aperion, I'm
guys?
looking at you right now because, like, you shared some stuff with me about you. I'm looking for a song, dog. Come on.
What did he share with you, Sam? That sounds a little weird.
So last week we asked you guys to kind of like send in some stuff because we're considering potentially having people on the show in like interesting different ways. And one of our listeners who I botched the name last week and called this person Aperion, but it's actually pronounced Aperion, or Aperion, I'm sorry, I messed it up again.
Shame.
Does music in a band called the Black Market Opera, and you can actually check that out at theblackmarketopera.bandcamp.com. Very good. Also, thesilencekit.bandcamp.com. Also very good. God, what was I talking about?
We're talking about fun songs.
Oh yeah, so definitely Aperion sends us some fun songs for the show about Metal Gear.
I have one request for you, my good sir or madam.
Oh.
If you can do a cover of our intro music, we promise to put it in instead of the normal intro music for an episode or two.
Oh snap!
So if that's incentive, we would love to have it. I know that's asking a lot. As being another person who works on like audio and video for a living, I know that we don't all have spare time to put into side projects like that. But if you do have a spare moment and you do want to give us a cool little cover, that would be awesome. If not, I completely understand.
Yes.
But yeah,
In any
so
case.
we'll get to the other fun news that Sam has for us whenever we check our mailbag at the end of the episode.
Yes.
We want to keep you guys sticking around until the end, so we don't want to blow our load too early and have everybody leave while we're talking.
Gross. Anyway.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. So anyway,
Sure.
my favorite segment of the week, Isaac, can we fumble through the dark with you?
Oh,
Fumbling
man.
in the dark with Isaac Lim.
Well, let me turn the lights off real quick, all right? Last week, we fought a big plane, otherwise known as a jet, otherwise known as the Harrier. And we blow it to almost to pieces with the help of Snake. Oh, I'm sorry, Pliskin, that we find out is
No,
Snake.
he's yes.
There we go.
I was gonna say.
Guys,
you
I got this.
were covered. I'm
got
sorry.
this.
You know how to do this, and I feel
We have itchy trigger
like
fingers.
I feel like a mama bird that doesn't want to let his baby bird leave the nest.
Oh, yeah. And then we find that a Metal Gear Ray comes out of nowhere and eats the little jet and takes him down under. Does something with it. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he's got a collection down there, a jet collection, or
His Hot Wheels airplane.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So Vamp is not dead, and he's also flying the plane with our good friend, the guy. Solidus. I forgot his name.
I feel like
Why did I
Our
forget
good
his name?
friend, the guy.
I feel like that part of the script was written in crayon,
Oh my gosh.
and then Vamp ran across water, and all the A's are backwards.
No, you're right, because this whole scene like plays out like a child's fever dream.
And
It's
they all
amazing.
live.
They brought in the writers of Fast and the Furious for this scene.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
So,
I hope
yeah.
I didn't offend anybody.
It's okay.
No, I'm not.
I understand. I'm. That's just who I am, Alessio.
Rip Paul
You
Walker.
have to accept it. Yes.
Oh no. Let's move on before I cry.
Don't.
Anyway.
So yeah, that
Did I
gets us caught
cover
up to
everything?
speed.
I mean, you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Cool.
We're feeling extra punchy. We're recording a little later than usual, guys, so apologies. Samuel, can you tell me
Yes, you will.
about what happens in Shine in the Light with Sam Wright? What happens this week?
I fucking hate you.
Ouch.
So this week, no, I'm sorry.
It's a rerun.
So this week we're going to find the president, who we have discovered is in Shell 2. And we got to get over some broken catwalks and potentially get pissed on and just do a bunch of stuff. So
R. Kelly makes a guest appearance.
Robert Sylvester Kelly, may he reign.
Yep. We got to find the Holy Trinity. So we have Robert Sylvester Kelly and Hideo Kojima. I feel like there needs to be like a Holy Spirit in there somewhere.
What? Oh god.
So that we can complete.
I don't think we need it. I don't think we need to talk about this right now.
Okay, gotcha. And I will say too, because I was worried about Isaac getting confused about this last episode, going back to our Mama Bird conversation.
Never.
The current president that we're seeking out is not Solidus, who is the ex-president of the United States.
Right.
So new president, different president.
Dick Johnson.
Yeah. I
was aware.
That, I think Solidus got impeached for getting blowjobs under the table.
That's Bill Clinton.
Dang.
But okay. But yeah.
I did not have sexual relations with that Metal Gear.
Man, I wanted to come up with a joke about the sucking in the water to shoot out the laser, but I just completely lost it. Okay, so so for this week, I actually tried to have a little bit more free-form notes, so that I can give you guys a little bit more room to talk, because I was looking at the waveforms from last episode, and like 3/4 of the episode is me running my fucking mouth. I have in my notes post-Harrier platforming. Can you guys tell me a little bit about this situation?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I hate platforming.
This part is so weird. So after you fight the Harrier, you have to get to Shell 2. And the only way to get to Shell 2 is to cross a bunch of damaged pipes and kind of walk around the outskirts of the big shell to get to the other side. So the first thing you have to do is you have to flip over this railing and climb, like, sidle across the railing and drop down onto this pipe, which is covered in bird shit. So if you're not careful, you're going to slip off the side of the damn pipe. And then you have to keep going. Now, if you're creative enough and you do a flip over a gap here to the other side of the walkway, you can use the coolant spray to put out some fire. Actually, the ninja texts you on the phone and tells you to use the coolant spray to put out the fire. And you can get a suppressor for the AK-74U.
I tried to do the flip, and I couldn't get it to work.
It's about like, so you have to actually do it before you leave the pipe, obviously, because it was messing me up. But if you press the flip button with like your momentum going towards the platform, you can usually make it over. But it's really tricky. Like, I died maybe 24 times trying to do it.
I was wondering what that item was, because I tried to climb up the right side and jump over, and as soon as you climb up the right side, the fires kick on, and then I tried to coolant spray the fires, but they would never go away.
Yeah, no, you have to do the flip, which I finally mastered, and you get the AK suppressor, which has made me the most dangerous motherfucker in Metal Gear Solid.
Sweet. Isaac, how did you fare?
When I started this part, I was like, all right, this is going to be fine. I'm going to do good. I actually went to the left. There's a little stairs
Oh
to the
God.
left, and down the stairs you can get rations.
You can also
A
die.
ration. And I was like, oh, this stair is kind of rickety. And then it's like, and then it fell, and then I fell. So right off the bat, I died really quickly, and I was like, this is not going to end very well for me. And that just led to about 10 or 12 different times where I died, and I got mad. But I did master it, and I did the little flippy thingy to get the suppressor, and I got actually pretty good, and I got pretty quick at it towards the end, just because I was doing it over and over a lot.
So let's pause here for a second. So that's another thing that Isaac Lim has done in this game that Alessia Summerfield has not.
Yes. Wait, what's
Wow.
the other one?
I'm speed playing for you.
Well,
guys.
you got out of the shell 1 core without being detected after you get discovered in the
true.
conference room.
Hey man,
Well, there
I'm going
you-
through
there
a
you go.
busy time right now, and
Oh my
I do
God.
not have time to play effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see this, guys? I'm tarnishing my reputation on the internet forever for all of you listeners.
Anyway,
But yes, I think that that's everything that I had in my notes for this section prior to getting to the fucking shitty windows.
fuck
Sam,
those windows.
can you tell us about the next leg of our journey?
Holy shit. So you've got these windows and you have to sort of hug the bottom wall to sneak past them because there's guards patrolling back and forth, looking out windows for some reason. But if you move along the bottom of the wall, you move slowly, and one of the spots is rickety, and you have to kind of time it so that you can get past the rickety part without alerting any guards. And I think you have to flip over it at some point, but I never did it, and I always got detected. So I would just run around the corner, and I would have to shoot a couple ciphers, and then I was able to go without much problem. But I never did it without being detected. Like, ever. Like, even, like, this playthrough, my past playthroughs, I've never actually done it.
Yeah, I just got real tricky and clever with the whole shoulder lean buttons and just pop tranquilizers on their heads. But
Hey, you
no
guys.
matter-
I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, no matter what you do, I always had the other guard wake up the other guard, so I always had to like book it through. Isaac, what was your experience like, Mr. Elite Metal Gear player?
Apparently, you guys did it wrong. Okay. Because all you had to do, and I may have gotten lucky, but all I did was I started crawling, and I just started crawling all the way across.
So you got over the rickety part then?
Yeah. If you just crawl as quickly as you can, you'll make it across before the panel falls.
Huh.
Damn, Sam, we just got
So-
told.
Damn. Isaac Lim is teaching us a thing or two.
Well-
Metal Gear Solid.
The reason why I did that was because I got spotted, and I was like, oh, crap. So I ducked.
I'm gonna
and
love it if
in
we
my-
get to the end and Isaac's like, "You guys didn't get the secret ending." Like after all these years.
That was all right. But yeah.
That leads me to my next favorite thing that I meant to mention earlier. Actually, is Raiden's scream fall is amazing.
Raiden, are you all right? Answer me. Raiden!
Like
Oh,
every
yeah.
time you fall, he's just like, "Ah!" and you just hear like a splash, and it just
Yeah,
cracks
it's-
me up every time.
It's great.
But yeah, Isaac, can you tell us about the Call of the Wild?
Oh, I'm going to go in my pants. Nobody's looking, right?
Call
Oh,
of
yes.
Nature.
So you're walking across this catwalk, and all of a sudden a cutscene comes up, and this guard's like, "Oh, I have to go. I can't wait any longer." I don't know what he says. And he just starts unleashing this huge waterfall across your path, and you have to walk under it, and or stay under it. You know, I didn't stay long enough for him to. I didn't know if it stopped or not. I was just like,
Oh,
all
no,
right,
it
that's
doesn't.
good enough. It doesn't stop?
Nope.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Now, if you're standing underneath it and you call people,
Uh-huh.
they give you like patronizing words of encouragement.
Really? I called everybody and did not get a single contextual call.
Really?
Like I actually have in
Really?
my notes that it was weird that no one acknowledges that you're being pissed on.
I know at the very least Colonel does if you call him.
Yeah, I called Rose, Snake, Colonel. I think it's everybody. Mr. X.
Because it didn't happen to me this time because I was very frustrated because I was dying a lot. So I just ran through it. I ran past it happening, but I know for a fact that at least Colonel will say something about it if you call him while you're standing directly underneath the stream.
Yeah, it was like R1, first person looking straight up into the piss as it was hitting me in the face when I called.
Jeez. Jesus Christ. No, Colonel should have said something, but hey, maybe you're playing weak baby version like unlike Isaac.
That's right.
Probably.
No, that's right.
I will say, I think you can press your back against the railing and hold down L2 and R2 and pop him in the dick with a gun. I think.
Oh my god.
I think, because I have vague memories as a kid of just like shooting that guy in the dick. But I don't know if you can or can't. I might just be making that up. But yeah, so we get from this part to what I like to call Cypher Madness. You just get to a catwalk where you can't go into any of the struts and you have to go to the Shell 1 or Shell 2 core. And there are fucking ciphers for days, man. Like, and they all have gun turrets.
Yep.
Did you guys have luck with this? Whenever I throw a chaff grenade, I never have enough time to like do the hanging portion, so I usually just shoot them.
Yeah, I would shot them with my newly silenced AK-74.
Nice. Yeah.
It made me feel powerful.
I popped him as well.
Very
Don't
nice.
got time for that.
Did you see him in time, or did you get spotted?
No, I saw him. I heard him.
Mm.
I was like,
Yeah, I will say I made the mistake early on of playing through part of the game without sound, and it's a fucking horrible, horrible decision to make. But yeah, I will say if you do get spotted by one, if you shoot any of them, it's almost like a Hydra, like two come to replace it, and it's a nightmare. But yeah, so tell me about you guys' little climbing adventure to get to the Shell 2 core. Did you guys fall for any traps here?
No. I did a flip over a thing, and then I did a flip over a rail, and then I did it.
Very nice. Isaac?
Like,
I can't remember if I fell or not. I think I fell for a dumb reason. I was just-
the cartwheel. Whenever you have to cartwheel from
Yes.
one part to the other, the camera changes like mid-movement, and like I always fall off.
I think that's what it was. Because I remember being like, "What? Come on now!" And then Anyway, we won't talk about that.
Well, sweet. So, Sam, what happens when we get to the Shell 2 core?
So you get to the Shell 2 core, and you immediately are launched into a cutscene where you have to use the directional microphone to listen to a conversation Olga is having with Solidus.
Does that feel necessary? Because I totally feel like Raiden should have been able to hear around the corner.
He should have, because I remember like I was doing something and I was listening during the scene, but I think I was messaging somebody back, and she walked away, and I could still hear her, albeit faintly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it was necessary. I just think they needed to give you another excuse to use the directional microphone. So it doesn't seem like a one-purpose tool, but it was a pretty interesting conversation. She was talking to Solidus about men pulling out of the shell for some reason, which is a little ominous.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. And she even talks about how she doesn't give a shit about Mother Russia whenever Solidus asks her if she's going to go back to Russia after the job.
Yep.
So, and then we are introduced to Electric Floors 2.0. So the old MGS1 standby is back, and you know what that means? Nikita time. So yeah, so there's the little Nikita. We gotta go get the Nikita.
And the Nikita is in the basement, which is flooded.
Mm-hmm. You can also find
Yeah.
an M4 before you get there. It's in the little side, kind of like where where you come in from if you go to the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the crazy fucking camera room that has nothing in it.
Yep.
I don't know why that's there, but there's machine gun cameras and they're ready for you.
We will get to why it's there in a second because I think I know why.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we'll get to it here in a little bit.
Cool. Isaac, how did you feel about one of the most talked about scenes in Metal Gear Solid 2? The swimming portion.
Are we talking? Wait. Are we after the?
No, you got to swim to get to the Nikita.
Okay, I feel like we missed a bunch. Did we miss a bunch?
Nope.
Oh crap.
We're coming back.
Essentially, what happens is that you listen to the conversation with Olga, and then they tell you to get the Nikita.
Right.
And they show you kind of a cutscene about what's gonna happen when you get the Nikita and what you're supposed to do.
And then
now you need to go to the basement to.
Oh, I do remember that now. Okay.
Yep.
The super
I remember
pointless
having
backtracking.
Yeah, I had to get in the elevator and whatnot. All right. Was that off the record or is this? Are we still live?
It's all on the record, dude. Isaac, what are you doing right now?
Still live? Is this live television?
Our secret members who've been funding the show, they're listening right now.
Oh no, sorry.
There are wise men's committee.
Whoa.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Oh no. Anyway, all right. So if you do,
or wise woman's,
if you do decide to edit all that out, which
I won't.
I'm counting on you, Alessio. Here I go.
I'm even going to keep the cough in there.
So here he goes. Ready?
He's doing it intentionally now.
Okay, so the swimming portion I thought was not too bad. I really hated those random mines that were just in the middle of it. I couldn't get the swimming down for some reason. Like I was pushing up on the analog stick because I was wanting it to go down. I don't know. I feel like that was more natural when you in like a swimming setting. So I always mess that up where I would push up because I wanted to go down and it would just start going up. And I ran into a few of the mines, but other than that, it was not terrible, actually.
Whenever you swim in real life, do you look up to go down, Isaac?
No, it's like the whole I don't know.
It's like the inverted argument.
Yeah,
it's like airplane controls.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel awkward. I felt awkward swimming with those controls too. It just felt like clunky and hard to do.
Yeah, I think I've got it burned into my memory that as soon as you get to the swimming in MGS2, you just fucking hustle and get it done as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah,
because I just don't even want to deal with it.
Yep, it's kind of terrible, and I'm glad it's only for this like little section of the game.
Yeah, my big question too is who the fuck put mines in the Shell 2 basement?
There's mines there.
But no, for real, because like, weren't they just like, oh, it flooded because the bomb went off? Who the fuck put all these mines in here?
Randomly.
What? The same people who put lit torches in ancient tombs and fantasy games.
That's true too.
I guess, but one has a functional purpose in everyday life.
Well, that's very true.
Just
well, the other Easter egg, I guess mines are not an Easter egg, but one of the other things floating in the water is there's another Vulcan Raven toy. And it's right.
Is there really?
Yeah, it's right next to the
what?
Nikita. If you look in the floating like debris, there's a Vulcan Raven toy, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, you essentially just get the Nikita. You just fucking go right back upstairs, and then you find a little box to hop onto and shoot a missile into a vent and try to not hit the president.
Which, really quick before we go, that room with the security cameras, you can. It's I think it's supposed to be an easier path to to shoot the Nikita into the room from.
Now
I
see,
could-
I used that room actually because I had no idea where I was supposed to, what vent. It was so dark. I was like, I don't see a vent, and the only
Yeah,
vent I
change the
saw was in that
brightness.
room.
Change the brightness on that TV, Isaac.
It's from all those,
It's watching all that porn.
things.
Yeah. Because I
Feeling self-conscious, got to dim the
my
screen.
God, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Because I had to do the vent part a bunch of times because I was, if for some, like the controls were being real fiddly and I kept on hitting the insides of the vents. So after a couple of times, the ninja will text you and be like, go to a dark room in the western portion and
It's not,
shoot
it's
from
not your best. It's not your
shoot
best
from
thing.
shoot from there.
There you go. That
Go
was
to
good.
a dark room. Shoot from there.
That's better.
Thank you. And I couldn't figure it out in there because I had thrown chaff grenades to like knock out the cameras, but I couldn't figure out where the part was to shoot the missile into. So I ran back out and tried the vent again, and I managed to do it first try after that. But
There's
Nice.
a vent. It's got a grating on it in the little room. It's the wall opposite the door. You have to step up on there's boxes. You have to step up on the boxes, and then it's like eye level. But you have to like
okay.
smash the grate. So I shot 3 Nikita missiles at it before I could even get into the vent.
Gotcha.
Did you guys not get shot by cameras while you were in that room?
Chaff grenade, dog.
Yeah, but does it
I
last
just
long enough to break the grate and all that?
Yep.
Well, I just shot him.
Oh, gotcha.
I just went boom, boom.
Did anybody hit the
Done deal.
president?
Oh god. So I thought I was gonna hit the president, and the missile glitched into him, but I didn't hit him. Like technically, it did not kill him. It did not give me a game over. So I successfully did it, even though I should have killed him.
Nice. I had to wiggle like a motherfucker because he runs around like crazy.
Dude, he ran right into my missile. Like I was going away, I was going to the left, and he goes, "Ah!" and he does like a donut, and he runs right into my missile.
Well, based on what happens later, you'd think he might want to die.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Who knows?
foreshadowing.
But yeah, spoiler alert for 5 seconds from now. We get across the electric floor and some funny shit happens.
President Johnson,
So you're finally here.
you've been expecting me?
Your equipment, that skull suit, isn't exactly standard military issue.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
What?
I'm prepared to face the consequences of my betrayal.
What are you... What the...
You're a man?
God damn it.
First, the president thinks you're there to kill him. Then, when you say you're not, he
Oh my-
reaches for your crotch.
And then is like, you're a man, but you, never mind, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't. This is gonna come up again in Metal Gear Solid 3, but for some reason, people like to reach for Raiden's crotch.
Yeah.
Well, people that look like Raiden's crotch. We'll leave it at that. I'm sorry, Isaac. Raiden is not in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Ah,
I know.
that's okay. He was a little too whiny for my taste.
But yeah, so President Johnson, who's this man, is apparently admitting to the fact that he betrayed the U.S. government and tells us essentially that he sided with the Terrys to get some absolute power, and decides that it wasn't worth it, and that him and Solidus kind of teamed up because of their shared history with the Patriots and the Wise Men's Committee, which we learn about.
And this is the first time in the series that anybody's actually kind of explained the Patriots to us. Mm-hmm. So essentially, the Wise Men's Committee is just 12 people who are making essentially every important decision for America and the world, or just America.
I think it's just America.
Okay.
I think they want to be able to control the world.
Yeah.
But
So essentially, what the president wanted to do was he wanted to become part of the Patriots and not just be a figurehead. So he joined Solidus so he could use Metal Gear as a bargaining chip to join the Patriots. And Solidus is like, no, I'm going to destroy them. So that's a problem.
Yep. And we also find out that Solidus is the guy who orchestrated Shadow Moses. And due to doing so, the Patriots removed him from office. And we also find out that the Big Shell is a cover-up for the new Metal Gear, but the new Metal Gear is not a traditional Metal Gear. It's called Arsenal Gear.
Yeah. And, so the Big Shell is the new Metal Gear, which is insane.
Yeah. I guess it's almost like an iceberg. So, like, we're just kind of seeing the tip of it, but there's more.
Dick.
But then we are also a Dick Johnson, if you will.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Dick Johnson. Oh man.
But yeah, so after Sam's dick joke, the president tells us also that the AI controlling Arsenal Gear is called GW, and that we need to seek out an Emma Emmerich.
Oh shit, we've heard that name before.
Yes, we have. To install a virus to disable GW before Arsenal can be activated.
Because like GW can pretty much control all of America's armed forces and nuclear armaments, and that's a problem.
As well as information, which is the bigger problem.
Which Miss Emma Emmerich later on explains a little bit more about that, but
yeah, in great detail, which we will cover next episode.
Yes.
But yeah, and then shortly thereafter, the president, who has kind of expunged all of his information to you, decides that he doesn't need to live anymore and tries to get you to blow his fucking heart out.
And he fights. He like fights for control of your gun, and then he gets shot, but not by you, Isaac. Who shoots him?
Ocelot.
John Wilkes Booth.
Oh god,
my bad.
Isaac got it right. Fucking Ocelot.
That's right. I mean, the only answer to this.
I wasn't commenting on your ability to get the correct answer. I was commenting on Alessio's ability to be incredibly ridiculous.
I was trying to be funny.
Yeah, whatever.
We also didn't comment on two quick things about Metal Gear Solid 2. So much like Metal Gear Solid 1, this game carries on the tradition of having fucking awesome DualShock rumble to accent everything. So like the whole time that the president is fighting for control of your gun, you're getting like sort of tactical feedback. Yeah. And then the other big thing too, which I did not notice until playing through this again, everything feels slightly cel shaded in a good way. Like it feels like the outlines of the characters have like a little tiny hint of cel shading to them. For some reason, I can kind of tell more when I look at the president's
dead cel shading.
Yeah, buddy, that was good. But yeah, it does like so. Also, just dips at that point.
Yeah. So this is last episode. I mentioned that we're gonna get into some crazy stuff about Ocelot here pretty soon. About kind of what he knows and what his like where his intentions are. And this is kind of step 2, besides him seeing you in the room on the camera. Kills the president, who Solidus supposedly needs to launch the nukes, and then leaves Raiden alive. And now he's off doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah. And then we chit-chat with Snake after this, and we actually find out that the reason why Snake got set up and the Marines got fucked up at the beginning of the game is apparently the Patriots were not aware of the fact that the Marines were constructing a new Metal Gear, and they saw it as like a competition with Arsenal Gear.
Because essentially what Ray is supposed to be is an anti-Metal Gear, and they thought it was, they didn't like that, and it was going to be a threat to Arsenal Gear. So they sank the tanker, one, to do that, but to also kind of eliminate Snake, who is a thorn in their sides and was not supposed to be the person he became, essentially.
He also wasn't really supposed to live through, obviously because of Fox died, but he wasn't supposed to live through Shadow Moses.
Right.
So, but he's a survivor, god damn it.
He's not gonna give up. He's gonna fight. He's gonna work harder.
Isaac.
Did I get that right? Were those the lyrics?
I think
Never mind.
I think it's right.
Don't worry about it.
A little Destiny's Child, baby. But yeah, Isaac, can you tell us what your perspective is on all this insanity? Because again, we're just getting hit with truth bomb after truth bomb.
I mean, not like I expected it, but I figured something was up. And I kind of expected that would happen. I mean, I didn't know about Arsenal gear. Like, I didn't know the whole cover up or whatever. And that was kind of interesting. But as far as
What about the Patriots, Isaac?
Okay. Before I played this game, I had heard about this part of the story.
From who?
Before. I don't know.
Oh man.
The internet, maybe.
No.
But I mean, it wasn't like,
Waiting
hey,
for shade.
Metal Gear Solid 2, you got these Patriots guys that are like doing this and this and this. It was more or less like the idea of it, and then people making a reference to Metal Gear. I was like, oh, that must happen in Metal Gear. So it kind of it was in the back of my head that subconsciously that was going to happen. So as it was playing out, I was like, oh, that makes total sense now.
Gotcha.
It was still like pretty mind blowing, but
I will go ahead and say this.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. The Patriots kind of become like a thematic, recurring theme as the games continue. So it'll be interesting to kind of figure out the rest of the mystery. But
that'll be good to know.
I
did
also. What?
Oh,
I did it.
I did sort of predict one thing, and I'll get to that when we get to it. But I just want to put that out there that I did predict something that I didn't know.
Look at Isaac
no.
setting up
That's
some future talk.
That's right.
Isaac's about to be like the #1 Metal Gear expert when this podcast is over. This is actually me and Sam. Like, this whole exercise has just been for people to publicly hear Sam and Alessio transfer all of their knowledge into Isaac so that he can carry the legacy forward. But
Are you guys like wise men?
it's like a weird inverted giver situation.
No, we're Isaac's Wiseman committee.
Yes.
It's true.
When you're talking to Snake too, one of the things Raiden mentions that you have to find someone named Emma Emmerich, and Otacon's like, that's my sister.
They're my sister.
They're my niece. So a little bit of Metal Gear Awesome callback for you there. But he mentions that because of an accident that happened when they were kids, she is afraid of water, which is perfect because a lot of water stands between her and getting out of the shell. So that's pretty cool.
Also, we're going to learn a whole lot more about why she's afraid of water.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that story gets worse.
Now, okay, when he said that really shocked me. I was like, what did he just say?
We'll get to it. That's
Anyway.
that's next episode.
What if that's Isaac's prediction? Isaac's like, I heard about the water and I immediately jumped to this conclusion.
It makes sense.
Look, guys. Anyway,
Logically,
so we go through some super arbitrary, not arbitrary, but we go through some annoying backtracking. Definitely not as bad as MGS1. So as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to use the word annoying. We go through some backtracking. and we got to swim through mines again, open some doors, make sure we come up for air, and we meet somebody.
Yeah, so you open one of the hatch doors while you're underwater, and if you had any doubts that Peter Still Black Man was dead, this little piece of cutscene would probably rectify that thought for you, because whose dead body comes floating out of this hatch but Peter Still Black Man?
Scared the crap out of me.
If anything, I was just excited that even after drowning, that he was still black.
Yep. Funnily enough, drowning does not remove the pigment from your body.
I just thought he'd be like a dark blue at this point. That's terrible, actually. I feel vaguely racist for making that joke.
What I didn't understand was
Peter Dark Blue Black Man.
He didn't acknowledge that it was Peter. He was like, "There's a dead body."
Well, does she know who Peter is?
I guess not. Well, yeah, that's true. But still,
guys, we're jumping ahead. No, I don't care either way. I'm just being picky. But essentially, we come into like this little clearing, sort of reflecting pool area, which is, I'm assuming, where kind of like similar to Shell 1, where they had like the little submarine landing point. I feel like this is where that would have been, kind of. And originally, this is where the Chinaman fight would have been. So, which makes a little bit more sense if you think about it. Just kind of like a vaguely stereotypical Asian man throwing knives and kind of running around the room or whatever would have totally fit here instead of Vamp. But that's me jumping the gun a little bit. We fight Vamp.
Yay. Because dude is fucking floating on top of this pool. This is Vampire Jesus.
Is this where he got sent? Is this why he had to run really fast? I don't understand what the hurry was.
I don't know. I don't think they explained why he had to run really fast. Saul just goes, "Vamp, go!" And then he runs on water for no reason.
What if Vamp got to where, like, he got to a point where he could breathe for a second, and he's like, "I don't even know where I'm going."
I'll just go to this random room halfway between two sunken areas of the shell. That seems like a good place to wait.
Yep.
But no, so essentially he tells you, he's like, well, the girl is ahead. She's probably dead. So that's cool. And this water, if you fall down, you're never going to come back up, because it's like, what did he say it was, that water? It's like...
Oh, shit.
Oxygen rich or whatever.
Yeah,
oh, that's right. That's right.
So people who go under the water don't come back up, except for him, because he's Vampire Jesus.
Yeah.
And then you fight Vamp.
Properly.
Properly, yeah. It's an actual boss battle.
And, yeah.
Oh, wait. Before you start Vamp, there's a cutscene where Raiden shoots him.
Again?
And, it's part of the same cutscene, but Raiden tries to shoot him with a pistol, and he makes like a weird, like, battle cry for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's even like a weird, like, slowed down animation, too.
Yeah. But like the battle cry is what got me. He's like, ah! Or something. Alessio, if you can find a clip of him doing that battle cry right before he shoots Vamp, I will be forever in your debt. And cue it now. And if you don't find it, I'm the one who looks stupid.
Every time you guys say cue it now, I'm just going to put in a sound of a fart.
Hey, Alessio, cue it right here.
Oh no!
I don't know what I'm cueing.
No, now you have to. Well, it's the same thing. Now you have to pick which one of us you're gonna make stupid.
Oh no! Hey Alessio, cue it right here.
Dick Johnson. Oh God.
You know that sound? Cue it right here.
I'm just gonna start cutting me saying, "Hey Alessio, cue it right here," and put it wherever you guys say to cue stuff.
Anyway. Also, in that same cutscene, Vamp does this weird thing where he licks his lips. I don't know if you guys remember that.
No, he always does that.
He licks his lips and he licks like the cut on his cheek.
Yep.
Yeah, it was super weird.
He's super weird.
Well, he's super weird, yeah, in general. So
silly Romanians.
Yeah. So how did this fight go for you guys?
Cue it right here. Hey Alessio, cue it right here. Hey Alessio, cue it right here. Cue it right here. Cue it right here. Hey Alessio, cue it right here.
Oh my god. How did this fight go for you guys?
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for like the 2-minute cue it right here segment that's gonna come out of that.
Oh my.
There's gonna be like a weird like cues within cues within cues.
Q-ception.
Like just echo everything.
Q-ception right here.
You.
But
right here.
Dick Johnson. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
For me, it wasn't too bad. Like at first, I was gonna try to what do you call it? Use the non-lethal way. And I got pretty close, and then I fell in the freaking pool. I was so mad. So then I just shot like stingers and
oh my god,
Nikita's at it until he died.
So Isaac went from tranquilizers to missile launchers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I did it.
That's just
whenever
my thought
he
process.
jumped in the water, I would shoot the water with a stinger, and it would cut his air down really quickly, and he would come back up, and then I would just shoot him with the stinger when he was above water, and I never used a weapon other than the stinger to do it, and it was really easy up until like the last like shot, and then he just got like really bouncy and like annoying. So.
I've never ever used explosives in this fight, mainly out of fear that I'm going to blow my own body up.
Yeah, no, the stinger, essentially you pretty much take the same strategy as the Harrier fight for this.
Vamp equals Harrier.
Vamp wasn't flying the Harrier. Vamp was the Harrier.
Oh,
He's a shapeshifter as well. He's like David Bowie.
He's like an anamorph except for machines.
I feel like you could literally skin Vamp to be David Bowie and the whole game would still be the same.
That'd be hilarious.
I want that to happen now.
Can we put David Bowie in this game and then put Vamp in Labyrinth?
Yeah, I think that it would actually work really well.
Awesome.
Man, I really wish that I had 3D modeling capabilities so that I could do
So
this
you
myself.
Can put David Bowie in this game. Oh my god.
I think there is a PC version of Substance that was released. I don't know how easy it is to find, but if anybody out there wants to make a David Bowie mod for MGS2, please send it to me when you're done. But yeah, I didn't think this fight was too bad. It's just I feel like there's a lot of like wait for him to kind of do his move before you can kind of counter it. Unless you blow him to pieces with a stinger, in which case never fucking mind. Yep. But I will say my most hated thing that he does is whenever he sticks you with the fucking knife that pins you to the ground. Yeah. Like that little shadow move or whatever.
You know how you prevent that? The
How?
first thing you do is the 4 lights that are surrounding the arena.
Oh, that's right. You can shoot him out.
Yep. And he can't do that move.
Huh.
Yeah, I forgot to do that this time. But yeah, it's really annoying.
How are you supposed to know that? Is there?
It's because there's no shadow once you shoot the lights out.
Oh,
And you're supposed to kind of like pick up on that.
vampires.
Because he pins your shadow to the ground is what he does, which is weird as fuck. And not even addressed. Like I'm pretty sure nobody even talks about it.
That is interesting.
Yep. But yeah, so he goes down for the count again.
And
And
he drowns in the oxygenated water.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're free to go get Emma, who is between more water.
all the water. It's almost like they're making some sort of like commentary on rebirth or fear of parents or reference to wombs.
What?
You gotta put on your English major hat, Sam.
You gotta calm the fuck down with your pretentious bullshit.
What breaks whenever you have a child? Your water breaks.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but yeah, that is as far as we're getting with this episode.
I hate you.
Sam,
I hate you
everybody's
so
been eagerly anticipating. Can you pull out the mailbag and tell us what we got?
Oh,
I'm gonna
cue it right here.
Mail time. The mail's here.
God damn it. God damn it.
No. Cue it right here.
God damn it. Cue it right here.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
It's the mailbag song, guys.
Right
Mail
here. Can we sing?
time.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wear mail.
And Sam decided to sing that after we cued it, so you're gonna hear
Yep.
it twice.
Yep.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Maybe 3 times. Cue it right here.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
I can't stand this.
You started it, Sam.
I didn't mean to. I didn't start shit. I said, cue the clip here, and then Isaac started shit.
What?
Yeah,
We're
what?
just playing
Nothing.
the blame game now?
Wait,
Hold on. I totally
damn it.
forgot, guys. 2 more notes before mailbag. My bad.
God damn it.
First of
Cue
all,
it here.
Vamp. God damn it. Vamp tells us that they actually don't fucking need the nukes because Arsenal has the hydrogen EMP built into it,
Yeah.
which is a huge deal. Which pretty much tells us that it doesn't fucking matter. The president's dead. And then Dead Cell was apparently framed by the Patriots 6 months prior to the events of the Big Shell.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. At this point, I don't understand why this part of the game is called the Plant chapter. Why is it not called the Big Shell chapter? But whatever.
They probably don't want to like give too much away.
It's true.
I don't know.
Why is the tanker chapter not named after the tanker?
That's true too.
Oh.
Very true. All right, Sam. So back to the mailbag.
Cue it here.
Raiden, is something wrong? Raiden!
Damn it.
So we gotta.
I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to be queuing.
Nothing, dog. Let's just. So, at the beginning of the episode, I kind of alluded to the fact that we've been getting some emails from people who are interested in kind of getting creatively involved with the next, quote, season of Metal Gear Mondays. Aperion, who gave us a fantastic iTunes review last week.
Thanks again for that.
Again, thank you very much. Has expressed interest in kind of helping us out with the show. We also got an email from a very cool person named Nick, who has also expressed interest in getting involved with the show. So we are legitimately looking for people to kind of get involved and kind of help us out with the show. If you send us a quick 30-second to minute-long clip of you talking about Metal Gear or why you think you would want to be on the show or something like that, definitely email it to us. You can email admin@geekti.me. I check that before and after every recording session that we do, so I will see it. So that's what we got. We don't have any new reviews or anything, but we did get some really awesome feedback and interest from some pretty cool fans. So thank you, Nick and Aperion, for jumping in on that.
And be sure to submit so that you can be part of Metal Gear Monday's Search for a Star.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
Mario Lopez involved in here, for
yes, please.
was Mario Lopez the Star Search person?
I don't know.
Who's
Maybe
Star Search. Who did Star Search?
Was it Drew
Isaac? Who
Carey?
did Star Search?
Um,
Don't look it up. Just tell me.
Nick Cannon.
Bernie
Nick
Mac.
Cannon, Bernie Mac. It was
Posthumous.
Arsenio Hall.
Ah.
Well, it was
see?
it was Ed McMahon, and then it was Arsenio Hall, because it ended in 1995, and then Arsenio Hall was there for the 1 year it came back.
Man.
Well, nice. We'll come join Sam Alessio Hall for Search for a Star.
And
I will say,
also join us for our new podcast, Star Search Sundays, starring Arsenio Hall.
Yep. I will say as well, if you would like to join in on the conversation and don't have recording equipment, and you want to suggest somebody, or you want us to reach out to a Metal Gear styled, Metal Gear themed, Metal Gear whatevered person that you know that would be cool to have on the show, definitely reach out to us. I've been slammed with work this week, so I've not had a chance to put together a spreadsheet for the rest of the show, but that's going to happen soon. And likewise, if you want to join in on the conversation but you don't want to fucking email anybody, you can join us at Facebook, which is facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays. And dude, honestly, like, post cool videos or Metal Gear themed photos or music, or I'm a lot like you guys. We've gotten a lot of feedback at this point that some of you guys don't have other people to talk to about Metal Gear, which is why we started this, because prior to talking to Sam and prior to Isaac joining and playing these games, I did not have a lot of people to talk to about it. So for us, this is super exciting, and is a fun way to kind of get a bunch of cool people in one spot. And do all the other bullshit as well. So facebook.com/GeekTimePod, Twitter, GeekTimePod. I'm at AC Summerfield. Sam is at SamWrightDPS. Isaac is at doesn't have a Twitter.
Somebody's going to look that up.
Oh, I hope. And if that's not taken, somebody needs to take that shit immediately.
Twitter.com. Hold on, I'm looking it up. .com says doesn't have a Twitter. Enter. Hold on. That is not a Twitter account.
All right,
so
I'm on it.
The first person.
Get on there right now.
Do this right now.
Hold on.
I mean, it's not like they're going to hear this in time to do it.
That's true.
So
maybe.
Take your time, Isaac.
Oh, I do have a Twitter account.
Oh, God. Do you use it? Obviously not.
What is your Twitter account?
I mean, I don't
It's
know if I
at Chinaman MGS2.
Oh my god! You guys
okay.
you guys.
We're terrible.
You guys.
So
Don't be like us,
The first
listeners.
person that creates the Twitter account and doesn't have a Twitter, we'll record you a special message that only you will be able to hear.
Yeah, and tweet at GeekTimePod to confirm.
Tweet at GeekTimePod and tell us that that's why you're doing this, and we'll record you a special message from us here at Metal Gear Mondays.
Yep, and we'll send it to you via Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, guys. Well, that is our show for the week. I don't think I have anything else to add. Definitely check us out on SoundCloud and rate and review us on iTunes.
Yep. SoundCloud is at GeekTimePod as well, or /GeekTimePod. So.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. And if for whatever reason you want to suddenly check out some of the video content that I produce, just check out at FRVR an Astronaut. Forever an Astronaut, or www.foreveranastronaut.com, or check out facebook.com/foreveranastronaut STL. We're doing a bunch of crazy shit. Right now we are working on a 10-part web series documentary on some of the game developers in St. Louis, specifically Butterscotch Shenanigans and their awesome open world adventure crafting story crazy game Crashlands that comes out January 21st on Steam, Android, and iOS. I swear they don't pay me. They're just really fucking cool guys. And if you listen to the Geek Time podcast, I am trying to figure out a way to either get them on that or to get them involved somehow. They actually moved into the same co-working space that Forever an Astronaut is now based out of. So it'd be real easy to get some cool shit put together. But yeah, so anyway.
Also, wait, really quick, one final thing. We have a Patreon. We just set it up.
Yep.
If you want to kind of help us with some stuff, help us get better at what we're doing, help us find unique ways to get ourselves out there, you can go to patreon.com/geektimepod, and even if you only give like $1 a month, every little bit helps, and we would greatly appreciate it. So
yeah, and we'd also
check that out.
We'd also love feedback on that. It's the first time that we were utilizing Patreon, and I know it's the first time I'm utilizing Patreon for anything. Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions, recommendations, anything like that, definitely let us know.
Because we're not sure if we're using it effectively.
Yeah. So. I will say that once we start seeing some activity, the idea is to bring back Geek Time podcasts off the record show. And
as an exclusive donator, like a backer show.
Mm-hmm.
So if you back us on Patreon, what we would do is we would make new off the record, but only for you, essentially.
Exactly. But yeah, so that is our show for the week, guys. That is a lot of shit to take in. This is just a box.
Wait, no.
Why?
You can't just
Why
like
can't
go
I
straight.
have the last one?
You can't just go straight into it. You have to ask somebody what they should remember, and then we're supposed to fumble over it, and then somebody's supposed to say, "It's just a box." Now you can end the show. Cue it here. It's just a box.
Damn it! I was about to say that. Q.
Wait, Alessio, you can cue your it's in a box here.
This is just a box.
Oh my god.
But it's not
cue
in a
here.
box. This is just a box. It is a box.
It's
Just a box. All right, Alessio. It's just a box.
God damn it.
Good job. I'm glad we all got in on that.
Just a box.